Hello everyone. In this video I'll be showing you some of the basic Linux command that you can use as a beginner to navigate the Linux shell. So this video is totally geared towards the beginner. However, if you are an experienced user, you can watch this video to the end. Like I said, the most of the command that I'll be showing you here are geared toward the beginner because they allow you to navigate the Linux command prompt. So this is very important. Whenever you find yourself working on Linux command line, you are most probably going to use some of this command. Now this is the command line. So the first thing that I would like to show you now is a command that allow you to check or to view the current directory that you are working from. So this command is very powerful because it tells you on which directory you are. So like now if I enter pwr, so like now if I enter pwd, which is print work directory, so it's just like a way of printing the current directory. So if I hit enter from my keyboard, now you see I'm working from the home directory under the user Seidu. So this is equally true when you are using the GUI. So I can easily show you this using the graphical user interface. Let me click on this file and then move the window by the side, and now click on under home directory. You can equally see the user say you do there. So this is very much similar to the GUI, only that the command line gives you more power in carrying out a task than the graphical user interface. So after viewing that, the next thing that I would like to show you is the ls command. So this ls command is so important in viewing the country. So it's just a way of saying list the content of this current directory that I'm in. So if I use the ls, then hit enter from my keyboard, now I can see all the directories and files that are in this folder or in this directory. So I can see that I have desktop, I have document, I have all that there. Another cool feature of the ls command is that you can use it to make a reference. So you can use ls and make a reference to a certain directory or a particular directory, and it will also print out the list of that directory or the content of that directory. Example is this: say I have ls, so I enter the command ls from my prompt here, and then followed by the desktop. Say I want to view the content of the desktop. So instead of going to the directory desktop using the cd command, which I will show you in a bit, I can easily use the ls command from wherever I am here and make reference to that particular directory, and it will list the content of that directory. So I'll say ls and I'll enter D. Now, because Linux command line is case sensitive, despite the fact that spelling desktop with lowercase is also desktop, but in here the command prompt will not recognize the desktop with the lowercase. So the way it is written here on my screen using the uppercase D, so that is how you enter the desktop. So I will use ls and then D uppercase, then followed by desk. So another thing that I would like to talk about here is the tab key. So the tab key is used to complete the a command for you. So right now I just enter desk, and I'll use the tab key to complete the command for me. Now because the available option that I have here are only two directories, sorry, only three directories are starting with D. So if I enter desk, all of those options are now not valid here because none of them is having the complete letters DESK. Only the desktop has that. So because it is the only directory that has that full name, using the tab key from my keyboard will complete this command for me. So if I hit enter from my keyboard, and this will list the content of that directory, which is the desktop directory. So now before hitting the enter is, if for example, if I delete the desk and just allow the letter D and hit tab key, and because I have other directories that start with the letter D, to just bring out the desktop, or will not be able to complete the desktop directory here because I have other options that start with the letter D. So now if I hit enter, if I hit tab key from my keyboard here, I'll get to see other options like the desktop, the document, the download. So that is what I was trying to talk about. So enough of that. Let me just continue. Say desk. Now if I hit tab key, it will complete the desktop because it is only desktop directory that has that name. And then if I hit enter from my keyboard, now these are the content of this directory, which is the desktop. I have bunch of folder, and I also have some file and some zip file. I have a folder name like the ns all in one. So likewise, from my GUI, I can also view the content of this desktop. Say if I go to the GUI and say of this desktop, say if I go to the GUI and say home desktop, now here I can see the content of that folder or directory, which is the desktop, and here I can see all the folders and file in graphical format. Now, just like the way I show you on the command prompt, to in order to check the working directory, which I use a pwd, and it showed me in the home slash Saidu, which is the user. So if I want to check the GUI here from the graphical user interface, I can do that. I can simply just I can just I can just click on the other locations. So right on this computer icon, just double click to open up. Now this is the content of the root directory. So in here I can see the home directory, which is right over there, the single user that I use the pwd to check. Now this is the user name Saidu. So double clicking on this Saidu, I will get to see all the other stuff like the desktop, the document, the download, and all that I just list on the command prompt here. So let me arrange the window here. Now, just like I showed you, oh, I didn't show you the root directory from the command line. I only show you on the GUI. So we can easily or equally view the root directory from the command line using the ls with the slash. So ls space slash will show you the entire content of the root directory, which is the bin, home, and all that. So here, now if I let me show you what I mean in the GUI here. So other locations, my hit the computer, and then you see all the folders that you can see from the GUI are also the same folders that you can see on the command line. So that is that. Look at the folders. All of this folder on this command line are the same folders that you can find on the GUI. That is that. So another cool command that I would like to show you, or shortcut. So you can use the control L instead of using the clear command to clear the screen. You can use control L to clear all this. Now here I have plain screen here. So now let me use the ls command once again. And now what I would like to show you is the change directory command, or the cd command. So the cd command is basically a command that takes you from one directory to another directory. So now let's say, for example, I want to go to the desktop directory from my command line. So if I enter cd space, then followed by the name of the directory that I want to go, which is desktop for now. So hit enter. So boom, I am in my desktop directory. So in this desktop directory, you can use the ls command, or you can just use maybe pwd to show you the current working directory, which is now a branch below or a layer below what we saw earlier. So now here we have home slash the username, which is edu slash the directory, the working directory, which is the desktop. So in here, I can use the ls command to check the content of the desktop directory. It's also true if I come to the GUI and open up the desktop directory. This is the folders and file. So if you compare the two, they are all the same thing. The only difference is the GUI is showing you the folders icon, whereas in the command line you are just seeing the name of the folder or the files. That is the only difference. So we have all the zip, we have the folders, we have the files and all that. Now from the desktop directory, you can also go to another directory that is in that desktop directory. So you can use the same format as cd followed by the name of the directory that you want to go to. Say for instance, I want to go to the Eclipse directory. So Eclipse and hit enter from my keyboard. I have that. So what about if you want to go a layer above towards the root directory? So you can do that using the cd dot dot. Oops, not cd dot dot, but cd space dot dot. So issuing this command will just take you one level above or one level towards the root directory. So from the Eclipse directory, if I enter cd space dot dot, it will now take me back to the desktop directory. Now from the desktop, you can also go back using the cd space dot dot in order to take you one level up to the root directory. But let me go back to the Eclipse, say cd Eclipse and go back. So from this um, folder, which is the Eclipse, I can easily go back to the home directory. Instead of going one level up, I can just use the cd command without any dot, which will take me straight to the home directory. So another thing that you can use with the CD is this. So let me go back to the desktop, say CD desktop slash Eclipse. And why I am on this directory, I can easily use the CD space slash. So using this CD space slash will take me directly to the root directory, which is just like skip all the levels to take me straight back to the root directory instead of just going from the current directory to the home directory, but this one would take me straight to the root directory. So cd space slash would take me straight back to the root directory. So if I enter ls, and I will see all those directory that we saw earlier from the root directory. Alright guys, those are the basic Linux command line that I think every beginner should know because it will help you navigate the Linux command line. So I hope you learned something from this video and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.